We have some at the end. But as we go throughout the program today, we certainly want to do our best to give you some of those value bombs. So let's get started. Some of the things that we hear from our clients about their hiring problems. One big one today, you can't get enough candidates. It is a candidate's world. There are a whole lot more jobs available today than there were even a year ago, and there's not nearly as many candidates on the marketplace. The economy turned about 18 months ago. We saw a huge increase in companies that needed our help hiring salespeople. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. How do we get more candidates? How do we attract those candidates? Resumes. What do we see on resumes? What's important on resumes and what's not important? How do you tell the difference between salespeople that look good, sound good, but won't sell? We'll help you discover some of those things. Really important is the training and onboarding once you do hire someone. We'll talk a little bit about those aspects of it as well. Interview questions. Interviewing is certainly a critical part of the hiring process for salespeople, and we'll talk about the challenges surrounding that particular step of the process. Are candidates real? Are they the right people? What can we do to attract more of the right people? How do we go about making the offer? What kind of testing tools are in the marketplace today? Which ones work? Which ones give you false positives? And then, of course, the hiring process can become an admin nightmare, so we want to make sure that you don't face those problems. So those are some of the topics we're going to cover today, and we'll take as deep a dive as you like. Again, if you have questions, you can use the chat box, or you can certainly just take yourself off mute, and we'll make it interactive as possible. So why is sales so important? It's not like any other position, right? Let's think about comparing it to hiring an office manager. You've got an office. You've got office manager functions. You probably have a job description for an office manager. And place the ad, get the resumes, search through resumes, make sure you have experience that's similar to what you do. You maybe bring in 4 or 5 people for an interview. Take that person and have them meet some other people on your staff. You might have 2 or 3 interviews. Kind of make a selection. The resume check, the reference check, maybe a security check, background check, and you finally hire that person. And they come into your office, give the first weeks of training, you help them with their job duties, responsibilities, introduction to the staff, and within 2 to 3 weeks, they sort of meld into your business and become a productive part. Now, if you think about sales, these people are dysfunctional, and I can say that because I are one. I've been in sales most of my adult life and some of my pre-adult life. But I think sales is a very different career. You place the ad, you get the resumes, you receive the resumes, you do the interviews, you do the reference checks, and everything looks good, sounds good, and then you bring them on board, and they have to compete. They have to compete for business in your marketplace with your clients against your competitors. They also have to compete against your internal resources, sales manager, other resources. They have a huge learning curve that they have to go through. Even if they've been in your business world, they don't know your business. They don't know the idiosyncrasies of your business. And it's a much different function than any other function in business. So sales is much more difficult as well. It costs a lot more. With the office manager, you don't have a lost opportunity cost. You may have some productivity issues, but it doesn't even come close to equating to lost opportunities. With salespeople, they look good, they sound good, they act good, they interview well, they do a lot of things right that we like. And if we're hiring salespeople, we're often not nearly as good as they are at interviewing, because if a salesperson is looking for a job, they have been on many more interviews than we have interviewed candidates. So when we look at the cost of a sales imposter, it can go into the hundreds of thousands of dollars, sometimes millions. Little formula on the screen there. I've left it up for a while on purpose. Hope you've had a chance to read that and come up with kind of what is your cost for a hiring mistake. We find that on average it's about 3 times what you would pay that individual over the course of a year. So the cost of hiring and hiring mistakes is huge with the sales world. That's not even close to what you might find with an office manager, an engineer, a marketing person, any other function outside